Last night, the Philadelphia Eagles were unbelievable in the second half, right? They turned up and they were amazing. But throughout the entirety of the game, there was one thing that stayed consistent. Quinyon Mitchell was and is continuing to look like one of the best rookie corners in the NFL, and you can already see this dude's got superstar potential. Now, in this video, I wanted to break down some of the film from this game and show you exactly why they were not able to throw his side of the field, right? So on this play specifically, we're going to get a one-on-one matchup versus Terry McLaurin, who is a very good wide receiver, right? He's probably up on that upper echelon of wide receivers. And on this play specifically, we get a one-on-one, right? We have a midfield close safety. Whenever you have that one high look, usually for the quarterback, this turns into a yes-no read, all right? So what a yes-no read is when they see the one-on-one matchup, they see one high safety, and they have a go ball, right? Whenever you have this go ball, usually quarterbacks are saying, I am throwing this football no matter what, right? If you've been on the channel, you've noticed this a ton, right? But in this specific situation, he doesn't even look, right? Jaden Daniels has the quick out, which is fine. Gets open, gets a couple of yards. But the thing that we need to notice here, he doesn't even look at Terry McLaurin. He doesn't for 1 second. It's more of a no read. He says, all right, Quinyon Mitchell's over there. I'm probably not going to throw this football, which already just tells you there is a little bit of a respect factor from Quinyon Mitchell as a rookie, and maybe it's not that at all, but in my head, whenever you see this safety come up, you have that midfield, a lot of quarterbacks will throw this ball no matter what. They didn't even want to look at it, which is crazy to me, but in this video, we're going to show you basically all the routes ran against Quinyon Mitchell. We're going to show you how good he did. I mean, man, unbelievable day by Quinyon. Before we dive into the video, comment down below a letter grade so far of the rookies on the team. But more importantly, if you guys want a part 2 to this video where we actually break down Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, comment down below part 2, hit the like button, get it out to 500 likes, and we'll drop the part 2. With that being said, let's dive into some more Quinyon Mitchell film. Now, one of my favorite things about Quinyon Mitchell is the fact that he wants to be coached. He wants to be better. He wants to be the best player possible at the end of the day. And I feel like we've already started to see a massive growth, massive development in his game already in just 10, 11 weeks, right? So on this play specifically, we're going to get Terry McLaurin, a good route runner. He's going to fake outside and then get a dig over the middle. What we've noticed from the past early weeks of the season is Quinyon was very, he liked overcommitting, right? So, for example, as this route progresses, boom, we're going to see this head swivel. We're going to see him plant that left foot into the ground, fake like he's going to, run an out or a corner. In a lot of the season or a lot of the time before, right, Quinyon would turn to open these hips and run with it, right? But instead, he doesn't overcommit anymore. He keeps the wide receiver in front of him, and then look at the adjustment getting back into the play. I mean, basically runs the route for Terry McLaurin. And like I'm saying, if you go back earlier, week 1, week 2, week 3, you get him, you see him getting burnt on double moves. It doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't happen anymore, which is crazy to think about. Quinyon Mitchell already becoming a dominant football player as a rookie. I'm excited for him. All right, here's one of my favorite plays of the day. So Quinyon Mitchell, bottom of your screen, press man coverage versus Terry McLaurin once again. Now, the first thing we're going to notice is we're going to get a little bit of false inside release by Terry McLaurin. It's going to look like he's going to run a shallow cross or maybe a slant or a dig or whatever it may be over the middle. However, he's actually going to force Quinyon to get inside leverage for a moment, right, and then break back out. So watch how this play happens. Initially breaks in, gets back out. Look at the hip fluidity here by Quinyon Mitchell, turning around, getting back into the play, relocating Terry McLaurin, and then boom, comeback route. He's right there. He's all over it. I mean, this dude is electric. The change of direction by Quinyon Mitchell, it doesn't make sense, right? And again, early on in the season, it wasn't looking great, but now all of a sudden he looks like he could be one of the top DBs in the league. I mean, this dude is putting up some crazy numbers, and I know the NFL is all about, putting up the stats, and none of this goes on a stat sheet. It really doesn't, right? If you look at the box score, it will look like Quinyon Mitchell did absolutely nothing. But when you actually deep dive into the game, Quinyon Mitchell took out their number 1 wide receiver in this game and made it look easy. Guys, that is special. Now, before we get any further into the video, we still got a bunch of more plays I want to cover for Quinyon Mitchell. Do me a big favor. I cannot wait to break down Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith and Nakobe Dean and Cooper, right? We're probably doing that in this video, but we'll do it more, right? If you want that video, hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we will be covering the Philadelphia Eagles throughout the entirety of the season, which means offensive, defensive, individual player breakdown just like this one throughout the rest of the season and in the playoffs as well. We got you covered through the offseason. Join the family, man. Unlimited film breakdown. We got you guys covered, so make sure you join the family. And with that being said, let's kind of dive back. Or actually, comment down below. Do you want me to do the pass rush? Do you want me to do the linebackers? Do you want me to do the offense? Who do you want me to break down next? Let me know in the comments, and let's get back to the video. All right, here's another really good play. One-on-one press man coverage versus Terry McLaurin. We're going to see a little bit of like a flag, corner, inside release originally. And then he's going to break it to the outside. One thing you'll notice about Quinyon Mitchell, he's hip-to-hip the entire way, right? He's going to give him that inside leverage, and then he's just going to run with him. Look at it. He's right there. The entire way down the field, he's on him like glue. Insane. And you know what's crazy? Is that if you watch it casually, right? If you just watch the game from the broadcast, you'll never know. You'll never know that Quinyon Mitchell is just clamping every single play, you know, hip to hip, glue. I mean, it's really fun to see on the All-22 Coaches film because this dude really is putting up some insane numbers in terms of, you know, being targeted here, not targeted. I mean, Quinyon Mitchell is going to be special. Now, I also think that Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper are really good at kind of baiting quarterbacks, making them think something's open when it's really not going to be open at all. And what I mean by that is this is designed, but we're going to get Zach Bond to the outside. He's going to false step inside like he's going to come in on a blitz, and then he's going to drop back into a little, you know, hook curl, little flat right, just trying to get in front of this quick slant over the middle, which is why we see Quinyon Mitchell in this off coverage with outside leverage. He wants him to throw this ball because if you saw the Vikings, right, a lot of teams run this where you false step in, bounce out, interception, right? We see that a ton. Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Van Ginkel, right? So let's watch that to start this play. We're gonna drop back. He wants to slant right away, but since we got that false step, drop back into the passing lane. Beautiful job here. But then look at Cooper DeJean, right? Whenever you're in a zone coverage, you want to just look at the quarterback. They'll tell you where they want to go with the football. So right now, he's going to wait. He knows there's a little swing with a little, you know, a blocker out front. He knows that's there. But he's going to wait. He's going to make him think, all right, you know what? This is probably going to be the most open thing I have. But in reality, Cooper DeJean does a really good job just getting in the backfield, making a stop with Darius Slay, making him think that that's his best option, when in reality, they lost 3 yards on it. Now, I was just going to do a Quinyon Mitchell video, but, man, I love Cooper just as much, man. This dude's a hooper. This dude's a baller. I love it, man. Let's go. All right, here we go. This is a really fun play just because, you know, it seems like these dudes are just so locked in. So at first, what we notice is you got man coverage down the line here, right? However, responsibility-wise, whoever breaks to the outside, Quinyon Mitchell takes. Whoever breaks to the inside, Cooper gets, right? But if there's pre-snap motion, if this guy, right, if Quinyon Mitchell's man decides, all right, I'm going to motion over to this side of the field, that's now Cooper's guy because now he's the inside threat, right? So here we go. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion. They talk about it or they don't talk about it, but they already know what to do. He's going to motion over to that left side. And now Quinyon Mitchell has a new guy he needs to cover, Noah Brown. All right, so here we go. We're going to get a crosser over the middle. He's going to jam him, right? Press, and then, again, hip to hip. There's nothing open. Looks like maybe a mesh concept. Let's actually go back, see what they were running here specifically. So yeah, it looks like a mesh concept where you get this deep in over the middle or this deep, you know, curl. You got this underneath. Looks like just like your typical little mesh, maybe a swing, an out maybe. But I mean, this is just absolute, it was actually an in. Absolutely clamped. Noah Brown didn't have a lick of separation at all. Not one bit did Noah Brown have any separation here. Dude, what is going on? Quinyon's a boss. Alright, real quickly, before we deep dive back into the video, go check out Underdog. They're going crazy right now. The amount of opportunities you have to win money is insane. Not only are they giving 31% profit boosts, but they also have fun games like higher, lower. They have drafts that you can play, fantasy drafts, right? But man, they have some of the best opportunities and make football so much more fun to watch. Like, let's put in something, right? We got Jordan Mason over 83 yards. So let's look at the Washington Commanders here. Let's see what they got going on for Jaden Daniels. And let's go Jaden Daniels over, 229 passing yards. I think he's going to eat up the Ravens defense passing the ball wise. Let's lock that in. And if we just wanted to do that, we can throw, just say 10 to win 30. But you can go up to 5 picks, win up to 100 times your money, and just load up, man. I mean, they're giving you so many opportunities. And get this. Not only, if you sign up using my promo code, link in the description, they're going to match your first deposit up to 50%. So if you put in $1,000, they're going to give you $500 free. But also, on top of that, when you sign up, they're going to give you a free square. Now, basically what that means is the first play you're going to get is, for example, Jaden Daniels over half a yard. Guys, the freest money you'll ever win in your life. This is so much fun. You don't have to just bet on the Commanders. You can do MLB, you can do WNBA, NHL, MMA, tennis, NBA is coming soon, right? They have so many things to pick from. And look at this. If we just want to look at DK Metcalf, you can go over targets, first quarter receiving yards, first touchdown score of the game with 4.54 times your money, right? That would turn it into 10 for 313. Guys, this is so much fun. Go check it out, and let's get back to the video. All right, here's another one. We're gonna get a deep dig over the middle. You're gonna see at the top of his row, he's gonna plant his foot into the ground, De'Ami Brown, and then he's gonna just dig over the middle of the field. Quinyon again doesn't overcommit, doesn't bite, just runs this perfectly once again. So he's gonna get up the field, he's gonna plant the foot into the ground. Again, you see Quinyon maybe create, or De'Ami create a tiny bit of separation, but he's right there. That ball's thrown, he's getting there. Right, again, plant that foot in, try to get him to bite one way, boom, do it again, can't do it. I mean, Quinyon doesn't bite at all. You see 2 little stutter steps by De'Ami Brown. One early in the route, right there, right, goes back in, boom, again, doesn't bite at all. This dude's nasty. Alright, so I am going to end the video here. I don't want this to be like a 15-20 minute video. We already know Quinyon Mitchell was absolutely clamps last night, and he's been doing it for the last couple of weeks here. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. I'm excited to break down Jalen Carter. He had a couple of plays in this game where I was just like, whoa, this dude's unbelievable. So, if we get enough likes, expect another Eagles video tomorrow, which would make 3 Eagles videos in a row. That would be kind of sick. So join the family, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, and always, guys, if you follow my X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, these videos actually come out earlier on my X or Twitter. So if you want to follow my Twitter, you guys can, to get these videos a couple of probably 5-6 hours earlier. Might be worth it. So join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Eagles update, which could be tomorrow. Peace.